Hi, so I am going to be showing you my favorite thing about my lesson. Obviously, I really like the whole thing because I worked very, very, very hard on it. And there was just a lot of different portions to it. Like you can see here in exploration, like right here, like my partner and I thought we were doing the right thing. And we were not, so we had to cross it all out and moved it over here, which is fine because that's how we grew, and that's how we learned. So that was nice. Um, I think for me, my favorite part of my lesson was in explanation. Obviously, here again, we thought we were doing it right, and then we didn't do it right, so we moved it. Um, so during this portion, I like it because um, in just the very beginning of it, we allowed our students to get up and move to the carpet. And like for me, especially for kindergartners or for any students, having kids get up and move, like it's gonna be great because, um, it's you get them moving, you get them up. Like it's not just them sitting at their desk, which is important because if you have a kid sitting in their desk, especially a kindergartner sitting at their desk for 5 hours a day, like they're gonna get bored. They're gonna get antsy. So allowing those times for them to get up and move and to move other places to learn is gonna be beneficial. So I do like that because I'm all about kinesthetic and bodily energy and just allowing them to have that. Um, and obviously my other favorite part is the attention getter, holy moly. I say holy moly in the class says guacamole. So that was my favorite. But so I like this part because we allowed for a lot of conversation between our students. So we wanted our students to actually talk about a time when they thought they were courageous, someone they knew was courageous, and things like that. Um, so I really liked that because it allowed them to talk and actually think. And yes, when I was teaching to my peers, it was different. But when I teach to younger kids, like younger kids' minds are just phenomenal. Like they are able to think in ways that like we would never like think that they could think like if that makes any sense. But yeah. So like I would love to see a kindergartner's process of thinking like of times they were courageous or their parents were courageous or their siblings or anyone like that. Like I like that because it gets them thinking about their personal life and relating their personal life to what we are learning. Um, and so I really enjoyed that. I like that we shared it. Um, One of my other favorite parts of this whole lesson was the PowerPoint we did. So we created a PowerPoint. Um, let's see. I want to try to pull it up. I didn't even think about it. Um, but we created a PowerPoint and allowed the students to basically tell us if the person or thing in the video has courage or not. So we were able to go through in a car, and they were able to explain to us if the car had courage, if it didn't. Martin Luther King, if he had courage or not. Where it kind of got interesting was some of the pictures where we expected the students to say no, they were able to be like, well, mom has courage, like a mama horse has courage, like because of this reason, like different things. And so like they were able to use their minds and say like, oh, this person has courage because this, like, and so we were able to ask them in more in depth. My favorite one from the slideshow was this picture. This is from I just typed in a picture of a scared kid, and this was what popped up. For most of us, we know it is from the movie Home Alone. So some people might just see a scared kid. Some people, some students, might see the kid from Home Alone and how he actually did have courage. So it was interesting to hear that some of the kids were like, oh no, he's scared, he doesn't have courage. But some were able to be like, oh, actually, yeah, he did have courage because he stood up for his house and defended his house and stood up to burglars. So that was cool because like we don't think that kids would like think more in depth about that and think like, oh, actually, I know who this kid is. Like this is what it's from. Like so. I really like that because it allowed our students to think. I'm all about having our students um, think more in depth, think differently than just like A, B, and C. Like I want them to be able to think in A, B, C, D, E, and just go for it. So that was really interesting to see because I was able to provide them the pictures, but they were able to give me answers that I didn't even think about them giving me. So I did really like that.